Hi everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. It's game day. I'm not in Lubbock. I'll be right here in the studio for the game later tonight, but you know what that means. If I do a daily delivery before a night game, it's not going to deal with a game. Got to have some shelf life here, unlike me. Anyhow, make sure you're subscribing to this YouTube channel. Get us going again. And, hit that thumbs up and leave those comments. And leave me daily delivery topic ideas. I could really use some help here, folks. Come on! Let's get this thing rolling. And another thing that has been rolling, or rolled for a year, was Jerome Tang's Kansas State basketball program. Picked for last just a year ago, at this time, K-State came out dead last in the preseason poll. And, of course, they finished near the top of the conference, went to the Elite Eight, and had a great season with two great players. One a transfer, and one an unexpected rising star from the roster. And I'm sitting here wondering what makes people think that won't happen again. And seriously, they'll probably not match that Elite Eight run. But we saw Jerome Tang and his staff masterfully construct a basketball roster basically out of thin air. And because of all the seniors that they had on last year's team, a lot of them transfers, they had to do it again. And they went into the portal and got two guys named Tyler Perry and Arthur Kaluma that appear to be big-time players. Pair them up with Naquan Tomlin, you got a pretty good trio of guys right there. The all-Big 12 team came out on Thursday. And what was interesting about it, even though the Big 12 this year in basketball, like football, is 14 schools, they opted for just one 5-member first team and no second team. There were 11 honorable mentions, so that totals 16 players for 14 schools. And Kaluma and Perry both ended up as honorable mentions. No honorable mention for Naquan Tomlin. I think Quan will have something to say about that this year, but I am interested to see how much he improves. And if his improvement takes this program upward, he's got two new mates to run with that are pretty darn good. I don't know where K-State will be picked in this conference, but I still think voters are sleeping on Tang's program. They didn't learn enough of a lesson from last year, apparently, and they think this year they just don't have the talent level. We'll see. I know Jerome Tang has confidence in this team, that it's not only an NCAA tournament team, it might be one equipped to make kind of a deep run. I don't know that they got all the pieces out of the transfer portal that they really wanted, but they did get enough to be a pretty darn good basketball team. And of course, all of this is with the backdrop of a really good Big 12. Adding a program like Houston to Kansas that already exists and the other programs like Texas that have been pretty consistent as of late, it's going to be an interesting year in K-State basketball. Media Day, I believe, is coming up next week. Our guys will be there, and we'll see where Kansas State ends up in that same preseason poll. I know this, they won't be last. But I also believe they probably won't be high enough.